Jon from Sailboards, and today I have a special guest, Tiesda Yu from Starboard, the chief board designer and the mastermind behind all the new shapes coming out from Starboard and from a lot of the developments that have taken place in the industry. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
We're going to talk about the Phantom 320 or the Phantom series for 2012. And at this time we've got a 2011 Phantom 320 in front of us. But Tiesda, can you tell us some details about this board? What makes this board such an effective board, number one, and the changes you've made for 2012?
Yeah, but I mean, basically we have for 2012 we're going to have a 3-board family. We've got the Phantom 320, which is carrying over exactly the same shape, same features as this board in 2012, just a different red graphic design that's up to date. We've got the Phantom 295, which, as you know, we're really excited about because it's our new hybrid 1 design, if you like. And then, of course, we have the really revolutionary, innovative Phantom 377. That's probably the flagship race board. So if you look at this board here first, the 320, you can already see it incorporates a lot of the design philosophy that we've extended further on later into the other 2 models as well. You can see here that you've got the blown up rails, a little bit of a bubble here, which helps to really get onto the rails early, get the extra leverage. The general design really is actually quite wide on this one, and then what we did is that we shortened it down to 320 and adjusted the rock line so that it fits inside the hybrid 320 length limit. That pretty much is the key behind this particular shape. If you want to compare this one to the new 295, which is a little bit smaller in volume, it's a couple of centimeters smaller. This board was designed more for the youth and junior size, as well as a recreational all-rounder for, let's say an all-round family board as well. But the key focus there was we made it a little bit narrower so that it's a little bit more exciting in light wind. It glides really well, it goes upwind nicely. But we also wanted to not just make a regular hybrid, but to really expand the envelope of what a hybrid can do. Because at the end of the day, every board is more or less a hybrid. It will all, travel along nicely in light winds and it'll all get playing and get going. But the trick here is that we want to try and make it really playing incredibly well. On one hand, people go like, holy, this is really an exciting board to ride in high wind conditions. And then when you go and sail it in light wind conditions, they go, wow, this is actually gliding pretty fast and it climbs upwind really well. And to be able to do that, we put in a lot of different little features, and I want to show you this one by one. And if you look at the board, let's imagine this is the 295 now. You would start off with the front section of the board, which is relatively long and slender with a low rocker line so that it really penetrates smoothly over the water. Then as you move back, you've got this mast track here, and on that particular board, as you saw the Surf Expo, it's completely slanted. So this part is really high up, and this part is actually lower into the deck of the board. So when you're going upwind in light wind conditions, your mast track is up here. You've got that extra momentum or leverage that the sail will help to push the board over onto its rail, improving the upward performance. As you move further back, when you move the track back, it's sunk into the board, so you have more control when you're fully planing. And as Remy would say, the lower mast track will actually make your mast more vertical, so your sail travels at a more vertical angle through the air, making it also more effective.
Interesting.
Yeah, you've got, like this board, you've got the one-step mechanism to do both the mast track and the deck board there. You'll see on the 295 we've had a slightly less exaggerated rail bubble, if you like, simply because the board is narrower. So we wanted to maintain a little bit more control compared to this one. The dagger board itself on the 295 is it's a very, very special dagger board. Again, you can imagine that it's more. We actually designed it based on the Formula fin, so it's a lot narrower, and the tip is a lot more flexy. It's a very, very flexible tip and a very stiff base, and that means that when you're using the dagger board, the tip will flex, and it creates more lift than a purely stiff dagger board. So again, this combination of super lift from a super flexy dagger board, the higher rail, the narrower width means that you get on the rail very quickly, and just glide upwind really fast. And that is probably what's going to blow a lot of people's mind when they actually try that board on the water. Then as you move towards the tail, probably the most interesting part about that design is the what we call the back wing. And the back wing is basically, it's probably not a new technology in overall, because I've seen that same design in some old boats as well in Thailand. You've got some old displacement boat that has this back wing as well. And what it does, it basically allows you to have the water flowing into a more streamlined shape of the deck at low speeds. And then as you go faster and faster, you can start raining up and the water will slightly start to go below the wing.
Can you describe the shape of that wing?
Yeah, you can see it. If you bring that over here. There you go. You can see here. The water will go over the top part of the deck there, on top of the wing, so it follows a narrower, more streamlined shape. And then as you accelerate, the water will start to go further and further below, until eventually it goes below the surface. And what happens then is that you've actually got a wider planing surface. And as we all know now, wider planing surface means that you get planing earlier, you go upwind faster, you can use bigger fins, so you can go, more power, more upwind performance again. And that is how we managed to achieve this kind of like really fast and free, skittery performance in planing conditions, which is what you want when you're in high wind mode, So yeah, John, basically putting all that together, you've got a package that we believe will really make it an exciting all-in-one board, for all conditions, from non-planing all the way up to planing.
And as far as that wing is concerned, regarding the Phantom series on the 380, I noticed a picture here.
Yeah, the 380.
So it's significantly more pronounced.
It's more pronounced. This is the new 2012 Phantom Race 377. Sounds like an airplane from Boeing or something.
Kind of looks like it too.
Yeah, we called it rocket science, and that just captured it very well. So yeah, the 377 is the new board, and again we've incorporated a very strong backtail there. In this case here, we wanted a deck outline which is even more streamlined, which obviously on the downside it means that your foot straps are further closer apart. But in raceboard, you tend to go daggerboard quite far to be the first at the upwind mark. The other great thing about this bat wing, which I forgot to mention, was that you actually get a really nice downwind performance as well, because that wide planing surface, that ability to keep planing at lower speeds, means that you can just plane downwind very fast. A conventional raceboard or a hybrid board would like run out of steam and get off the plane, and you're there like, oh no.
So you found a significant difference. Obviously, I know you do a lot of testing of different designs before you go into production. And it just was a significant improvement over the current 380 that's very successful now.
I think it's especially because we're talking about a raceboard, it's definitely significant in the sense that it would be really hard for somebody to overtake you if they didn't have the board. If you're looking at a field of competitors, obviously you want the best possible sail and the best possible board, and anything which is not quite at that level will just be a disadvantage, and you might have to have that much of a better strategy to make up for it. So in racing terms, I definitely say it's very significant. No, so that pretty much wraps up the three Phantoms that we have for 012: the 295 all-in-one racing class, the 320, and then the new 377.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
making
the trip from Thailand to come to Isthmus Sailboards to talk to me about
a long trip.
The Phantom today. And we're excited to get out and try out this new board. So thanks.
Sounds good. Thanks, John. The red light.
Okay, you're good.
Action.
Keep smiling.
Take 32. Okay. I'm tired. Can we go paddling?
Yes.